A 10-year-old Deku was on a road trip around Japan with his father. Deku went on a walk excited for the trip to come, but then he saw a shooting star in the sky. He decided to make a wish, but before he could, it launched itself at him. Deku went to have a look at the space rock, but it was a metal bowl. What's this? He went closer, and the bowl opened up, revealing a watch. He went to grab it, but then the watch jumped onto Deku, igniting the legend of Izuku Midoriya, kid superhero that can transform into 10 different aliens. Deku and his dad travelled from state to state, stepping in to help out battle evildoers and save the day when they can. In the trip, they run into a person named Kevin. He used his powers to absorb the DNA of Deku's aliens, to use them for his own psychotic and personal reasons. After a feedback charge from the Omnitrix, Kevin went into hiding. On this journey, Ben could feel someone spying on him, and that person was Vilgax. And he was heading straight for Deku. After a battle involving some other heroes, Vilgax successfully captured Deku, taunting him with his plans of creating an army of Omnitrix warriors. But Deku's dad was able to get to Deku, and their assault leaves Vilgax trapped on his exploding ship. Deku's dad agrees to open up to Deku about his secret life, and they both become stronger and closer together. A lot more happens, like Deku getting new aliens, and even going into outer space to stop the Omnitrix from destroying the universe. After a year and a lot of other important things, Deku eventually has the Omnitrix removed. Some people still talk about the 10 or more vigilantes to this present day. 3 years later, Deku is now 14 years old and is hoping to become a hero, but he wants to do it without the help of the Omnitrix. From the damage that it caused, and he thinks that humans aren't ready for aliens to become a public thing yet. Deku also began to work out. He thinks if he can't use the watch, he will have to become strong in other ways. He never told anyone about the Omnitrix. And now to the start of the series. After Bakugo yelled at Deku, telling him to kill himself, Deku got sad, thinking the only way he'd become a hero was to equip the Omnitrix again. Then as Deku was walking through an underpass, a sludge monster came out of nowhere attacking him. But then, as he thought he was dead, All Might came out of nowhere, preparing to launch an attack. Nexus Smash! All Might yelled the name of his attack, obliterating the monster. All Might? Sorry about that. Can you sign my notebook? As Deku checked his notebook to find a page, he saw that All Might had already signed it, but then as he looked up he saw All Might about to jump away, so Deku did what any logical person would do. He grabbed All Might's legs as he flew into the sky at incredible speeds. All Might and Deku landed. As All Might began scolding Deku, a massive cloud of smoke covered All Might, leaving behind a small skeletal man. Wait, you're not All Might? Kid, I can assure you that I am All Might. After All Might explained why he was in the state that he was in, he answered Deku's question. And for your question from earlier, no, I don't think someone without a quirk can become a hero. This broke Deku, but it also filled him with determination. He wanted to become a hero without a quirk, or the Omnitrix. Then Deku began walking home, but then he saw an explosion. He went closer to look at it, and saw the sludge villain, and it had Bakugo. Deku began to fill with guilt, thinking that it was his fault. Then as he saw Bakugo's helpless face, his legs started moving without him thinking. He tried to save Bakugo. This gave All Might the courage to jump in and save the two of them. A couple hours later, All Might came to Deku after Bakugo talked to him about what happened today. I am here. All Might began to explain what he did and also what One for All was. After telling Deku that yes, he could become a hero, the training began, and it went a bit faster because Deku was already physically fit. But Deku and All Might began to talk a lot. This included Deku telling All Might about the Omnitrix. All Might had encouraged Deku to put it back on. This made Deku to recall what Asmith said about the Omnitrix. It was a sign of peace and not war. Deku put this in the back of the mind, but it was still in his mind and he couldn't get it out. Deku was able to get One for All a month earlier. He wasn't able to use it much, only learning how to use it at 12%. As the exam was coming up, Deku thought, even with the power, I can't get through the exam. I am defenseless after 1 or 2 attacks, unless I use my fingers. Then a box containing the Omnitrix caught his eye. The day of the exam, All Might and Deku were at the beach. All Might and Deku were talking about his chances, and if he should put on the Omnitrix again. He should put on the Omnitrix, equipping it for the second time, hoping to become the symbol of peace that Asmith wanted. Deku heads off to UA. He encounters Uawaka and did the Witten test. Now, it was time for the practical test. They got ready and the gates opened up. He encountered a 1-pointer robot and got the omnitrix ready, but as soon as he was about to select an alien, the dial started turning blue. The dial turned blue and he wasn't able to do anything. He was saved by another kid shooting a laser at the robot. This isn't the time to be playing up. Oh, come on. The test continued and Deku wasn't able to do anything. He was too scared to use one for all, and the omnitrix wasn't working. The 0-pointer came out and everybody started running. This isn't good, this isn't good. But then, the watch started to go green. This never happened before. It changed shape and looked more like the average watch we have now. Deku went to use it. What? All of these new aliens, I don't recognize any of them. He kept scrolling through the aliens as the 0-pointer approached. Then he found one that he actually recognized. Well, in a situation like this, I think you would be useful. He slammed down the dial, and a massive green light surrounded him. And in replacement of Deku, there was a massive titan, leaving all the teachers, heroes, and contestants in shock. It was even taller than the 0-pointer. You know, I bet this alien can even handle 100% of one for all, Deku thought to himself. As he reeled back his fist, his hand started to glow with a large amount of energy, then he punched right through the 0-pointer, destroying it and everything behind it. Luckily there weren't any people back there, but there were some robots, so he got some additional points for that. Then as the exam went on, Deku saved other people by getting robots off them, and by putting his hands and feet in the way of them getting to them, and also just stomping on the weaker robots. Then, as the exam ended, Deku hit the omnitrix, turning back into a normal human. Everyone was shocked at the power of Deku. They thought he had an incredibly strong transformation quirk. Same with the teachers. The test ended, and Deku went home. With that, he thought he passed the test, and for the remaining weeks, he would test out his new aliens, not knowing what was going to come next.